had to take my sweater off. We are playing Higurashi once again. So they went to the game store. We found out, we got it beaten into our heads that Mion has a part-time job, you guys. Mion doesn't just go to school and have like club activities, she also works. So there's that. She's being very interesting the way she was like, there's like a theme of like, you have to do your best even though like literally you're playing a game of chance here. It's kind of reminding me of The Sopranos, honestly, because I just watched Army of One. I think it's like one of the best rated episodes. It's the finale of the 3rd season. Best Sopranos episode. Well, I don't want to get spoiled. Let's maybe not do that. I know some of the main spoilers already, but I'm trying to enjoy it. But yeah, it's kind of like the theme of like Mion feels very much like a mob boss in this, who's trying to like be a hard ass on Keiichi. But yeah. Do you guys like my shirt? Got the Oni Plays plushies over there. Anybody else excited for Warm Odyssey to come out? Okay. I actually tested the audio beforehand before hitting live, so it's not just 10 minutes of me fucking around with shit every time. So, thinking ahead. Okay. Blip. Okay, whatever. Continue. That'll never. I was gonna say that it will always never leave my head. Okay, what was? I kind of want to restart the tip. Blah blah blah. Who's Mion's uncle? Yep. Sorry, I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club today then? Well, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do club today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full with games. You can pick whatever. Club locker was the trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for club activities. I wondered how so many freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was also a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. Blah blah blah. Let me just skip through this because we did go through this last time. Blah blah blah. Okay. Can't do it without Mion. Teacher's looking for the gym storehouse. That's right. Okay. So another way for another timeline with the bat. She didn't return the key to the teacher's lounge for the gym storehouse. Making such a thing about it. Oh right, have you heard? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club. Very droll of her. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, then not go at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. If she isn't, then does she mean that she's a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in a factory. I couldn't imagine such a thing. Mion helps her uncles out whenever their employees go on vacations. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place, I think I've heard about that before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mia's in very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them? Oh, you were unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-sans in Okonomiya who run their own stores. Similar to Sopranos. Everybody who's, like, in a similar area is, like, their uncle. But yeah. Or a similar place in the system, like as a capo. I said that weird, capo. Capo? They're all different kinds of stores. Bakery, produce, market, ramen shop. The game club was one of them. Sadako doesn't know what a red light district is. Okay, cool. Let's continue. I wonder why afternoons always make you feel sleepy like this. Mion spoke in a voice that went so far as to make whoever heard it lethargic. You want a medical explanation for sleepiness? I could say it, but it'll just make you more sleepy. Spare me. It was almost 3 o'clock. 6th period was almost over. By the way, Sadako and everyone else in the lower grades ended their school day after 5th period, so they were probably running around in the schoolyard right now. Interesting. We didn't know that last time. I could hear their joy-filled voices coming from there right now. Oh, what I would give to be able to join them. Mi-chan, you're the class representative, so you have to try harder. No going to sleep. You see, rather than the class representative, I'd rather be the president of the boxing club. They get to sleep a lot. Huh? What makes you think that? At the boxing gym, they're always hitting the sack. Get it? Bam, the teacher cackled as she hit the back of Mion's head with the corner of the textbook. That's all from me. I'll leave it at that for today. Representative, please direct the class. Everybody stand up. At attention. Mion, who had been half asleep, became lively again the moment she heard class was over. It must be delightful to be that shrewd. Homeroom was done after the lower grades had finished their lessons, so we were free to go. It was one of the odd rules we had as a mixed grade school. When they knew class was over, Sadako and Rika-chan returned to the classroom. Good work today. All right, it's time for Happy Fun Club activities. Yeah, that's right. What should we do today? Hey, Mi-chan, why don't we continue what we started yesterday? Yes, we should do that. To have it end like that, when things were getting good, I won't accept it. Now, I know how you feel, but let's save that for another time. Something like that shouldn't be done somewhere dinky like a classroom after school, but a grander stage. I'm down whenever, but some of the younger guys said they'd watch me in the finals. So let me know ahead of time. Whoa, Keiichi-kun, you're amazing. There's people cheering you on. I wonder if there's anybody cheering on Reina. I couldn't help but watch as Reina entered her pining maiden mode. I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'll pray for your victory, Reina. With a saturnine, Keiichi brand smile, I ruffled Reina's hair roughly. What? Keiichi-kun? What are you? Reina turned bright red and short-circuited, smoke billowing from both of her ears. Gazing into her eyes, a strange scene of me holding hands with Reina and skipping through a flower bed was reflected there. Even if it was in somebody else's imagination, it was terribly troubling. Meet Keiichi, the Reina killer. When Rika-chan said that, everyone burst out laughing at once. That Reina is a Sadako and Rika-chan killer, though. It may be true that we can't win against Reina, but we won't lose to Keiichi. Oh, this is becoming a pretty interesting relationship map. Our strengths kind of interact like rock, paper, scissors. But that doesn't include Mion, does it? Of course not. It doesn't matter who it is, I won't lose. Mion leered with the gaze befitting of a club president. No, befitting of an empress. The mood in the classroom became more lively. It was as good a moment as any to get started. I'm not tripping over my words as much. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, though. Well now, let's get started nice and easy. Yeah, so then, Mii-chan, what should we do today? Today? I fucking hate that Reina does that. Ugh. Mion let out a small interjection as she rummaged through the so-called club locker. Every time I look, there's always a ton of things crammed in there. Everything that's jammed in that locker is a game of some kind, you know? On top of that, things used for penalty games like cat ears and collars were kept in there. The capacity of that thing is unfathomable. We went through that with the tip, but okay. That locker, maybe it actually extended through the wall into the fourth dimension. That's my theory anyways. If not that, then how else could you explain how someone could pull out item after item? After Mion touched her hand to her chin briefly in thought, she turned around without pulling out any games. Why don't we try and keep it a bit simple today? Playing games that require lots of pieces all the time can be a little bland, right? It doesn't matter what game it is. If everybody plays together, we can have fun. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Reina and I both expressed our agreement. I feel the same way. With this group, there's no doubt even if we were pulling weeds from the school grounds, it would be fun. That wouldn't be fun for me. Pulling weeds or whatever. That's right, isn't it? By the way, Sadako, could you stop reading people's minds by looking at their expressions? Whatever you're thinking is always written all over your face, so I always know right away. I've always been told that, but ever since I transferred, it seems like it's been especially bad. I need to develop a poker face or I could be in a rough time. Alright, everybody pay attention. I'm going to explain the rules. We all immediately cut the idle chatter and put on stern expressions. In no time at all, everybody's gaze focused like a tiger or a shark, listening intently. That's right. From the point where the rules are explained, the match has already begun. I think a lot about like how fish hear and stuff like that, because like their ears have to be different in order to like withstand water, and I really like sharks. Sharks are really cool. They're probably one of my favorite animals, specifically the great white shark. I was really excited when there was photos that came out of like the first infant great white shark to like ever be caught on camera. We still haven't seen like caught on camera like a live birth or anything like that, but still very exciting. It was basically just a shrunk down, like scaled down great white shark, but it was like lighter because, you know, they had the gross like egg stuff on them. But yeah. Today's game is probably better known as a party game. It's called Sympathy. Has anyone heard of it before? Sympathy. It means to share someone's feelings, right? Maybe I might know this. Mii-chan, maybe it's the game where we choose a topic and everybody writes down the first word that comes to mind, and the more people who share the same answers, the more points are awarded? In that case, Reina knows about it. Oh, I remember. I recall playing a game like that in grade school when we were on the bus during a field trip. I'm not familiar with this game. I would like an explanation. First of all, we have the leader choose a topic. For example, if they choose dessert. Sadako-chan, when somebody says dessert, what's the first thing you think of? Let's see here. Pudding or something. Okay, in that case, Sadako, you would write down pudding on your memo pad. Then everybody reveals their answers at the same time. If there's 2 or more people who wrote down pudding, they get points. The more people who write down the same answer, the more points are awarded. So if everybody writes down the same answer, that's a max of 5 points. In other words, the trick is to think so that what you write down is the same answer as everybody else. is exactly as Rika-chan said. The point of this game is to think in a way so that you have to have the same answer as everybody else. For example, even if you heard the word dessert and immediately thought of strawberry sundae, if your answer doesn't match up with everybody else, see there it is, you don't get any points. That's why you have to hold off on that answer and change to one that seems like one everybody will choose. The key becomes not what you think yourself, but being able to predict what everybody else will answer. It's a very high-level intellectual game. For Sadako's sake, let's try practicing for one round. Sadako's stupid. Let's make sure she gets it, you guys. Okay, for this round, seeing as I'm the club president, the leader will be me, alright? The topic can be something random. Taking out her literature textbook, she began flipping to a random page. Alright then, this is only the practice round. The first topic is shaved ice. When you say shaved ice, there's only one answer, isn't there? Among the standard flavors of shaved ice, there's strawberry, melon, and blue Hawaii. Blue Hawaii is really good. The most popular among those is obviously melon. Japan and their melon flavor. I really like the melon ramune though. It's probably the best one. The original ramune is pretty good, but I would almost go to say that the melon's better. Everybody write down an answer, then everybody shows theirs at the same time, okay? Ready, go. Strawberry, melon. Uji gintoki. Strawberry, strawberry. What? I'm the only one with melon? What the fuck is Uji gintoki? Stand up for a second. Okay, how do you fucking spell this? Uji gintoki. Shaved ice topped with ogura on and matcha syrup. Okay, what's ogura on? Oh. Red bean paste, okay. But it's like sweeter. Interesting. You guys, don't go doing something mundane as picking strawberry as the standard. Hey, Reina, would you actually order strawberry shaved ice? The first thing that always sells out at summer festivals is always melon, isn't it? Reina also likes melon flavor, but really, it's all about the strawberry, right? Right? I would say I would choose strawberry first. In America, I would imagine maybe cherry is like the standard. Or blue raspberry, possibly, but Goliath. Meat and crybaby. K-Tron, if I was to pick, I would actually choose melon. But you see, this is a word association game. If somebody says shaved ice, the first thing you think of is strawberry. I'm still not entirely convinced, but in any case, it's this type of game. Rika, what exactly did you write? Is that a type of shaved ice? It's Uji gintoki. It's incredibly delicious, you know. Well, it might be delicious, sure, but it's not exactly run-of-the-mill. Hey, Goliath. Goliath. This fucking cat will try to bite wires that are plugged into the wall. Obviously, he doesn't understand how electricity works. And he didn't go to do it just now, but he did get close to it, so, like, I can't fucking leave him alone in this room. Oh my god. Come here. Still, it's a pretty refined choice. I think refined was the word. Sadako, did this help you get a good idea? There were 3 people who wrote down strawberry, so those people get 3 points. We compete to see who can get the most. Interesting that you would get 3 points if it's including you, though, because I would think, like, so let's say you did strawberry and then 2 other people did strawberry. I would think you would get 2 points, but you get a point for yourself. I mean, as long as you keep it even, so, like, everybody's including their own thing when they win, I guess. But, like, whatever. I guess it's just up to preference. As long as you stay consistent, then it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I've got it. More importantly, Mion-san, what should we do about today's penalty game? Huh. There's going to be one after all. What will it be? What will it be? Raina's fucking nervous. Maybe I just made her sound nervous. What should it be? Kei-chan, you have a suggestion? For the penalty game? When I was in elementary school, there was a penalty game, yeah. It can only be that. Schlepping. In other words, that thing where the loser has to carry around everybody else's baggage. Oh, okay. It happened often to the boys. Elementary school kids walking around completely covered in backpacks. You see it a lot. But how will we do that? Sadako-chan and Rika-chan's houses are the complete opposite direction from ours. Then how about the loser carries just the winner's stuff to their house? Okay. Getting everybody's stuff to their house would involve covering a pretty sizable distance. Oh, yeah. Just that much. Might be alright. Somehow, today's penalty game is pretty simple. With a penalty game of this level, it wouldn't be fun to make Keiichi-san do it. Then shall we raise the stakes a bit? Not just playing Porter. Ta-da! How about we have someone schlep stuff around dressed in this? What, a maid outfit of all things? Huh, it's cute and all, but no way. But you see, what do we do if Keiichi-san loses? If we don't have a size that fits him? Oh, I didn't let that little detail go by. I have a nice XL size one prepared just for Kei-chan. So, Kei-chan, are you ready? I'm going to have you walk around outside dressed up as a maid. From the headband to the garter belt, even the underwear, I've got it all prepared for you. This is insane. Why do you have every possible size of that type of thing in that locker? This is bad, Keiichi Maibara. Somehow, it's become a situation where only my failure results in overly cruel price to pay. What if I make a mistake and lose? I wouldn't be able to walk around in broad daylight anymore. Oh, ma'am, about that Maibara boy. Did you hear about him? It seems like he has a penchant for cross-dressing. Oh my, really? That'd be so embarrassing, you know. Oh. Ugh! That's way too harsh. That's just incredibly brutal. If we're to return this penalty to some semblance of normalcy, now is the only time. Everybody, I think we should refrain from this unwholesome penalty game. Why on the way back home from school? Do we have to be accompanied by a girl wearing a maid uniform and carrying our baggage? Having them say master while dragging them around the village in such an embarrassing outfit? Why am I panting? What is this? This feeling welling up inside me? Keiichi, you're old enough to know what that is. Yeah. Hey, let's just make it a normal penalty game. Wait, Keiichi-kun has frozen stuff. Has frozen stiff. Burning with passion, I firmly placed my hands on Reina's shoulders. Reina, there's no problem with the penalty game. I just have to win. That's right, everybody. I turned to everybody with an idiotic grin, my pearly whites flashing with a brilliant gleam. Oh, Kei-chan, you've come around to the idea, huh? No matter what the penalty game is, there's no reason to be afraid. You just have to win. Right, everybody? Yeah. I don't want to keep switching back and forth. Oh, I didn't... Hold on. Oops. I didn't change the thing. I'm just gonna put it as episode 15. I can't come up with a title right now. Maybe afterwards, like, that way I'll have a better idea of, like, what to name it. Because I'm just kind of coming up with shit on the fly. Yeah, from Mio and Rika, everybody energetically thrust their fists up high. Only Reina seemed somewhat undecided, standing there looking flustered. She's a little bit slow, isn't she? If she wins, even for Reina, it's quite a delectable opportunity. Hey, Reina, don't you see this is a pretty big opportunity? Rika-chan or Sadako-chan in a maid outfit coming right to your doorstep. This is a historically great chance, isn't it? Reina began spouting a fountain of blood from her nose. The look in her eyes completely changed. She shifted into cute mode. I was waiting for this, Reina. That look in her eyes. To my doorstep, it's not like Keiichi-kun or Mi-chan wouldn't be good too, huh? Alright, it looks like everybody's prepared themselves. Get your memo pads ready. First question, ready? Mion opened up her notebook to a random page and read out a word that caught her eye. The first topic is summer break. What's my I think of sleeping, honestly. Either sleeping or video games. This is yet another quite abstract keyword. More like key phrase. Well then, let's not worry about it too much and start with something like this. Everybody good? Time to show 'em. Ready? Go. On Mion's signal, everybody simultaneously held up what they wrote. Let's see, what did everybody write? Summer festival, fireworks, mosquito coils. Okay. Oh, Reina and I have the same answer. All right, 2 points. Maybe we're gonna talk about the Wada Nagashi. Because we did mention it earlier, and it was like clearly like... So it seems like everything's like a repeat of like the month leading up to shit happening. It's different events and different ways things have played out, I think is what's happening. So he's gonna relearn everything. And we are too. And so like, are you supposed to like solve the mystery using all of them? Like, is everything canon? I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. But Sadako's fireworks was pretty good too. Rika's mosquito coil is a very nice seasonal choice as well. Very specific though. All the choices are quite invigorating. It's almost summer break, isn't it? I wonder how we'll spend it this year. Invigorating words that invoke the image of summer break. Certainly things that enrich the soul. As everybody approaches the soon-to-come summer break, a plethora of dreams should be etched upon their thoughts. By the way, Keiichi-san, what did you answer? Hurry up and show us. I didn't really write anything down that great. No. Showing us is part of the rules. Now, come on. Stop it. Don't look. Homework. Did you guys have homework on summer break? I remember in elementary school, we technically had homework over summer break. It was like, but it was just like easy ass workbook stuff. Like one I remember that was just piss easy. Like it was just like, here's a thermometer or whatever. What is it reading at? Or whatever. Like, I guess kind of like very basic scientific, like literacy stuff. The room went silent. Nobody could really follow up that response. It's as if my impertinent answer had somehow sullied the wonderful dreams of the coming summer months. Keiichi's summer breaks were never fun, were they? It's alright. Let's spend this summer this year with everybody. We won't leave you by your lonesome. Rika-chan gently petted my head. Oh god. Secondhand embarrassment. What exactly did summer break mean to me? Summer courses, observing sunflowers, practice exams, special summer-focused seminars. I know nothing of hot summers, because I've always been in an air-conditioned cram school. The tears, Keiichi-san's summer breaks were always devoid of hopes and dreams, weren't they? Don't look at me with such pity in your eyes. Don't look at me. This game called Sympathy may be more terrifying than I could ever imagine. Oh god. Well, anywho, Reina and I got 2 points each. Let's keep going. Next is fish. Trout? Or carp, maybe? So it's fish, come to think of it. I haven't eaten sushi in a while. By the way, rather than lean tuna, I'm quite the connoisseur of things like flounder. I really like red snapper. Red snapper's really good. I wonder who I'll match with this answer. Because for a Japanese person, anyone would think of this. Alright everybody, this time we'll start with mine. From mine. Ready, go. Sushi. How about that for an answer? When you see a lively fish, don't you want to steam it or grill it? No, to have fresh sashimi is the epitome of cuisine. Rather than write sashimi, however, I'll choose a more amiable term like sushi. That's my cunning ploy. By contrary to the intrepid resolve of my reply, everybody's expression was listless. Okay, I want to rant about the word intrepid for a second. Like, so intrepid, right? Means, oh my god, it's giving me shit other than the actual word definition. So intrepid means fearless, while, what was it, meanwhile intrepidation means a feeling of fear or anxiety. So it's like a weird, like, English logic thing where, like, to be intrepid is to not be affected by fear, or to, like, go through fear and, like, kind of overcome it, versus intrepidation is, like, the fear itself. So, like, that just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, not a lot of English words are like that, where the root thing is, like, do you know what I mean? Anyways. Everybody's expression was listless. Oh, that's right. When you say fish, I see. Sushi is tasty, isn't it? Oh my god, everybody's so... Stop talking to me in that consoling tone. Stop it. Well then, should the rest of us show our answers? Ready? Go. Dolphin, whale, aquarium, aquarium. Rika and I have the same answer. That's 2 points. I guess dolphins are fish. And whales, sort of, but, like, that's not what I would fucking think. Reina picked whale, eh? I thought about that too, but I ended up picking dolphin. Really? Reina wanted to write down dolphin at first, but Reina didn't think anybody else would write it. Either one of them is very cute. Everybody, excluding me, stopped and stared blankly at their thoughts drifted over the horizon. As their thoughts drifted over the horizon, it seems as though they can hear the roar of the open sea from over there. No? Okay. This means everybody has 2 points. Well, everybody but Cage-san. Cage-kun's answers were worth 0 points. But Reina thinks they were very unique and interesting. Interesting! To immediately think of food when you hear the word fish. Cage-san, you should really be ashamed of how destitute your soul is, huh? Ah! Don't say something like my soul is destitute! Besides, what's with Mion and Reina's answers anyways? Those aren't even fish! Those are mammals! Objection overruled. Next. What a horrid game this is today. As the games pile on, it seems as if I will be further exposed as a petty human being. I'm the only one who still hasn't earned any points. I want to at least get a point in the next round. Alright, the next topic is Sakura. Okay. Tree? Mochi? I don't... What normally has Sakura flavor? I have Sakura tea. Actually, no, I think I ran out of that. I might have one left. I should get more. Damn it, this time I'll do it. Keep your cool, Keiichi Maebara. Don't think what you would normally think. Everybody else here is a girl. Stop thinking like a man. If you write down Sakura Mochi here, you'll only be repeating the tragedies of the past. Throw away that gastrocentric male sensibility. Everybody's gonna write Sakura Mochi. That's what's gonna happen. Just for now, think of yourself as a girl. You're a girl. You're a girl. I am a girl. Everybody finished writing? Let's do it. Keiichi-san, if you don't start getting points right now, won't it be a bit dangerous? This time it's perfect. I've completely suppressed my own instincts. This time, I will have a match. No, I will make it a match. Keiichi-kun, you seem pretty confident about this one. You see, this time, Reina thought like a boy so I could match up with your answer. Sakura Mochi. I like them too. I wrote it down. Reina and Rika giggled together. Oh, now is not the time to think with your stomach. Now is the time. Or wait. Yes, now is not. Well then, did Keiichi-san write the same answer as me? I put down Hanami. What's Hanami? Flower viewing. Okay. That's right. When you say Sakura, it just has to be Hanami, right? Yeah? I wrote that down too. Mion and Sadako's response was Hanami. Hanami? Seriously? That's the kind of event where old geezers get drunk and doing all sorts of depraved things as a standard, isn't it? And why of all times did you just decide to abandon answering from a girl's point of view? Well then, Kei-chan, what sort of girly response did you write down? It's nothing. Let's move on to the next topic. Moving on. Before I knew it, Rika-chan had circled behind me and was intently reading the memo I had written behind my back. Cardmaster Sakura is written down here. Became dead quiet. The abrupt silence enveloped the room. I really want to get into Cardcaptor Sakura. Is it Cardmaster Sakura in Japanese? Why is it Cardcaptor Sakura in English then? It would be fine if somebody at least laughed at me or played it off as something dumb, but nobody even flinched. The feeling in the pit of my stomach reached critical mass, causing my once blood-drained face to flush it with a sudden wave of heat. That is the worst, when people don't even laugh. They're just silent. They just don't even know how to react. Like, that's infinitely times more embarrassing. Sakura can only mean Cardmaster Sakura, can't it? It's a super popular anime that broadcasts every week on the government-run networks. It's broken through to every demographic from little girls to grown men. You've seen it, haven't you? No, you've definitely seen it. Even I've seen it. Yeah, even without the forced explanation, I know about it. It's that thingy where she fights in a different costume every week, right? Yeah, I know. Yep, it's cute, isn't it? Reina sometimes browses through it at the magazine stand to keep up with the story. I saw it for the first time recently. Sakura's cool and so cheerful all the time. I like that girl who's always filming with the camcorder. It's not just popular with little girls, it's also surprisingly well received by older boys, isn't it? To think that Kei-chan was one of those. I felt like I had inadvertently blurted out something unnecessary and had completely self-destructed, but that wasn't the main problem. So you all know it, don't you? Then why didn't you write it down? Sakura means Sakura Kinomoto. Sakura-tan. Cardmaster Sakura is the right answer. Poof. Mion quietly put her hand down on my shoulder. Kei-chan, now I'm certain. Kei-chan, you are to your very core a geezer. Irrevocably so. Why is everybody looking at me with those eyes filled with pity? That's not true, Keiichi-kun. Okay, let's do our best. Here's where the comeback begins. There's no coming back for Keiichi-san, the geezer. Now give up quietly and accept your penalty. What was today's penalty game again? Dressing up as a maid, complete with hairband and garter belt, while carrying around the winner's stuff. No! Alright, if you're the real members of this club, show me you won't let anybody come back from this disadvantage. Alright, let's keep rolling. Honestly, I would take it like a champ. It's not every day you get to wear a maid outfit. Not unless, yeah, I mean, you could choose to wear a maid outfit every day if you wanted to, I guess, but, yeah. Whoa, Cage-kun seems happy. Why? How can this be? He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. Cage-kun, your hairband is gonna fall off. Let me fix that for you. Reina cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, Kei-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. You jerk. I'm gonna murder you. Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't have to add up to the score to who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, pushing the boundaries of shame and brutality, I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Damn you, Mion. What do you mean knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Shh, Kei-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass this off as rehearsal for a play. That's right. If I cause a scene here... Oh. This is Keiichi saying that. Why did... Okay, whatever. That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out that I'm wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables. Ugh. I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, Kei-chan, you really have smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Ugh, what kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? How does it feel wearing a maid's headband? Or hairband? It really finishes off the look. The hairband is the best part of a maid outfit after all. What do you mean, finishes off the look? Dumbass, stop teasing me. Keiichi-kun is embarrassed. Cute. That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it. Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? Stop it. Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. Oh, my miserable manhood suddenly shifted. Eek. Oh, God. You're turning red. You're turning red. Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Keiichi is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Stop, Mion. Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Keiichi-san, or Kei-chan, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse, that breath? Oh, God. This is uncomfortable. I don't like this. On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Reina's nose. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with that straight long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman. And now you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl. Saying that, she tried to flip up my skirt. This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me in this with this male-centric problem. Crash thud. Before I realized it, Reina was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. Keiichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm gonna take you home. Peering through Reina's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Sadako and Rika-chan feel like when they become Reina's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Reina down from her frenzy. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. Hehe. You will rue this day, Mion. This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah, if only you can beat me. Or only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes and looking, oh my fucking god. What the fuck? And looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay, now. Now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. By the way, Reina isn't as good as Mi-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. Pretty sure I was running the 100 meters in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Kichkin, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact that I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. At that moment, the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi, you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. That's a weird sentence. A normal person would have realized the peculiar scene before them around. Oh, Keiichi. Dad. This is, you see, you know the club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. It just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go. There's a show I want to watch right now. Mion, you shall rue this day. His artistic flame raging like a wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Oh no. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and I don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go out to eat with your dad? My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. I thought she was a stay-at-home mom. Okay, this is different. Right? She doesn't... Yeah, the dad was the breadwinner in the last chapter. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scrounge something together. Take care. I had three eggs in a basket for breakfast, and the cholesterol is weighing me down. Oh my god. I need to go for a walk. Keiichi, we'll take the car, so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting, so where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store, let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. Wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maibara, am genuinely intrigued. I forget what a gourmand is. I guess it's like using context clues like eating at home. I'm Googling a lot of things this stream. person who enjoys and appreciates good food and drink. Headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. Toyota. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was shockingly the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that Greek restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had the air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You'd ever been inside, Keiichi? Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat. Is it gonna be like the maid cafe that, like, Uishi-san brought him to? I'm wondering. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Okonomiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away after all. I see. That was the only reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here, but what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems like you finally realize how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? It's the maids. Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. The bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed that they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not so different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. Who gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family, and yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, then there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. Ooh. I have Dairy Queen in the freezer. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a dessert that comes with daily combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, my apologies. I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Dad, could it be that this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitress's uniforms here, I mean... Bam. But what are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. That belle in attirant and eccentric clothing. Quel effet? It's my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation, haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing, you understand. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi. My dad once took me to a restaurant that seemed like to be like an old school Italian style restaurant, and I vividly remember the waitress was wearing like a corset and fishnets and high heels. And I tried asking him about it. I was like, do you remember this? And he has literally no memory of this. Like, it was very classy. I wish I could remember. I don't remember if it was in town or if we went, like, up to the city, like in San Francisco. I don't know where or when exactly it happened, but I was like 10 or 11 years old. Like, my dad never seemed like the leery type, but I mean, I knew he had tastes, you know what I mean? So, like, I've tried asking him about this. I was like, I swear to God, you brought me to a restaurant like this. And he was like, I don't know. But, I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Ugh. Haven't been streaming as much. My voice isn't used to it. Although if I do it more, wouldn't my voice get more tired? I don't know what the difference would be. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beet red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say, sorry for the wait. Terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously, just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, what incredible uniforms these are. They were like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio. Most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things, that is, I didn't know where I should look. Wearing something like that walking around in the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. What? Who translated this chapter? Wearing something like that walking around the restaurant, like, saying it's tight? Like, it's gonna be bad for her digestion, or your what? The fuck does that mean? Okay. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bare skin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling that is. I'm a customer, you know. It's alright to be more straightforward. My nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... Mion, is that you? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about her relatives. How her relatives have stores in town, and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Oh, that must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there was no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instinct tells me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. Oh, God. I could not work in a service industry in Japan. Like, the power should... There's apparently been, like, a huge issue with, like, specifically foreigners, taking advantage of the dynamics of, like, customer service in Japan, where, like, they just start berating the employees and stuff like that, particularly women employees, but I think in general, but, you know, it's kind of expected for you to not push back at all. So, like, that's really fucked up. I'm glad that dude from, who was, like, doing pranks in Korea. I'm glad he got fucking arrested, because, like, you can't just fucking keep doing that shit. Like, you can't just be a fucking menace to people. Ugh. I hate that shit. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a God. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing getup. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. It's not like I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi Maebara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, Logic. To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of getup, your mother must be disappointed. That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Please stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. Aw, I want to take you home. Not that. Entering a version of Reina's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall. I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you for the rest of today. Huh. It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see, so this was good for now, leaving aside exactly what was good. I never knew. To think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to Mion, to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Reina and the others. Reina will definitely flip out with joy. Do you think she'll say she wants to work here? That's wrong. I could never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm gonna check up on the stream. My older sister.